Welcome to this video. The two old guys again are back at it. Alright guys, welcome to this video. The two old guys again are back at it, and again it's hot.
Why?
I don't know why we do this in the heat, but we do. But we're back down here at Ned's. We were going to try to get together and do this on Thursday, which was another hot day, but his grandkids saved us from the heat that day. So we're back out here. The only good thing is it's like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So
cooler.
It's not as bad. We'll be back in, well, we got a little walk through the woods, but then it'll be open when we get there. But we're gonna throw down a food plot here and see how it takes. We're not gonna disc the soil or anything this year. It's, you know, this is kind of like a last minute opportunity for us. So we're gonna throw down some clover, resurrection clover. I've got some killer food plot winter oats, and I've got some triticale. We've got a nice area down here. The property owner mowed it for us.
Where do you see it? It's nice.
Yeah, so that's good. And we've got some fertilizer and lime we're going to throw down, and we're going to see what happens. If it grows just enough, we got a good feeling about where the stand is at, and should be a fun season to follow this guy right here.
No, follow him. I've seen what he's looking at. But we're not going to tell you.
All right, let's go. We'll see you down at the plot. Made it. Real long walk.
No.
But it's a much better walk now that we know which way to come in.
Trail.
But the property owner did a great job here, so let me show you what we got. So he's cleared all of this here for us. So we're gonna throw some seed down here. It's mowed down. It's pretty dry, but there is some bare dirt. We're gonna see what happens. This is an experiment for the fall here to try to get it in and down here. But come on, let's take a walk down. Oh, and by the way, the tree stand is right there. So, yep, there it is. See? Whoop, right there. That's gonna be sweet. And you got a vine where?
I put the vine in here. Like on that, remember that tree you said that would be a good spot?
Yeah.
I put it over there. I was thinking of hanging it, but I was going to ask you then. He left this branch here.
Yep.
I didn't know if we could attach it there or even make it put it right there.
Absolutely.
But I have it in there. We'll take a look at it.
We'll take a look. We got a branch hanging down right over here. We may move the vine over to that just to try to see what we got going on. But all right, guys. So the reveal. Here, I'm gonna let Ned do this. I talked enough on this. This is his plot.
So we didn't put the video out yet, but before you saw me climbing, you'll see me climbing a tree looking like an idiot. But I had too much movement from the limbs that are around that reveal hanging up there. So I came back a couple days later, and I was getting pictures of nothing because the branches were blowing. So I turned it around, and you can still barely see it. And then I asked the landowner if he could, like, this path was already here, smaller. And then I said, well, can you like snake one around the rest of it through the goldenrods? And he said, sure. So I haven't even been here yet. This is Dennis's and I's first time. So apparently he's got a path going around here. We may plant some of this, or this is just deer like to walk the easiest path. So they're going to come through here. And since he cut it, I have a doe that keeps coming through here. And I think this morning I had a spike standing right about here. So, they're already coming in here checking out what was cut.
25 yards from the stand?
Yep. So, yeah. And you can barely see my stand from here, so I'll never get busted.
Yeah. So, here's the deer's view. And the stand is over there. So I'll zoom in to show you. There's the stand back in there.
I like the looks of it. Trail goes that he cut for us. Yeah, I mean, this will be nice too if we...
Right here, you got a trail coming underneath this stuff. A lot of grapevines in here.
Oh yeah, we could got grapes right here.
Oh, look at that.
I might try one right here. Good wild grapes.
Look at that. There's a bunch of them there.
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go, buddy.
Thank you.
So yeah, we got a nice trail coming through here now. You know, next year, like you said, we can get the four-wheeler in and with a disc, and we can plant this all up and around. So, all right, well let's
get to work.
Take a walk and plant some seed and get working. Yeah.
Keep going. Fill her up.
I guess we saw a wall. All right, how far up you want to? You want to just take this whole path almost, or
go up to where it stop where it narrows, where the wide narrows.
Yep,
just
got
stop
it.
there. Now I'm gonna go this way. I did it all. I'm gonna go another round with it.
I mean, you went this way or did you go that way?
I went this way and then I came back that way. All right, guys. So we've got all the fertilizer down. So Ned has still got some work to do with the lime. And then all we got to do from there is the seed. So we're going to keep going. Alright guys, so we're doing really well. Ned's putting another coat of lime down on here. We've got the fertilizer all down. You can, like he said, this bottom land here is a lot greener than up on the mountain where his other stand was, where he hunted a lot last year. But this is the wetlands, swampy. There's a big thick area down here where it's bedding. There's a lot of trails coming out of this thick brush here. We got all this goldenrod here. It gets really thick back in there. There's actually a deer bed that was right in here that I was looking at, but there's a lot of grapevines, wild grapes all over the place here. And I mean, I wish you could smell it because it smells great. And I just asked Ned, do you have a bear tag? He goes, nope. I said, you might want to get one. Because I guarantee you, the area that we're in, I know there are bear through here. And with grapes, wild grapes like this, I bet you there will be bear coming through here in the fall. But we're gonna keep working. We'll get with you when we're ready to throw down some seed. So, all right guys, so we've got a couple different seed blends that we're gonna throw down in this little spot. What we want to have really out in front here is the clover. So we are gonna try to plant some clover all the way around from that part down, and I think what we're going to do is the strip that goes to the left.
Okay.
We're going to plant that with clover, and then what we're going to do, we may throw a little bit down in this fat part here, but then we're going to go from here all the way around. We're going to throw triticale and some winter oat mixed in there. This will start to grow this fall, but you're really going to see this kicking off probably in the spring. which will help build that nitrogen base up in the soil.
Okay.
And it'll get it right for us. So when it's time to frost seed this, we'll frost seed it with clover, and probably just clover here. I don't know if I'm going to do chicory because I don't know what the soil's like yet.
Yeah.
But we'll frost seed it with clover, and we'll kind of take it from there. But this, hopefully, our main goal to this fall, this has never been planted before. We didn't have time to get in here and really turn the soil or do anything, so we threw down some fertilizer and lime, and we'll probably want to lime this really good again next year, even heavier than probably what we did here. But we're going to get it seeded and see how it grows. The deer are moving through here. That's the key thing. I mean, there's definitely a deer sign in here, so it's not a matter of drawing deer into this area that have never been here before. They're here. The idea with this is just really getting deer focusing in a pattern
to stay here.
Yeah.
Because up here there's beans, but due to the lack of water off the mountain, I was talking to the landowner, they barely grew.
Yeah.
And I know you came in on not to give away the road, but the road over here.
Yeah.
Was there corn over here above the top of the hill?
Boy, you know what? I didn't even pay attention today if I was coming in. There might be corn.
So I know last year there was corn, and so the deer that didn't have any, because this was grass out here where I was hunting last year, and the corn was over there, so most of the early season I wasn't seeing that many bucks, and I think they were holding in the corn, and then they cut the corn early, and then they had to come over here into the woods.
Yeah.
So doing the food plot, which is my first food plot, and that was good info because I was going to ask you about these.
Yeah.
It'll hold them here because there's a food source here, even though the beans over here are pretty much not grown, and there is a grass field over there, so they have the two of them.
And the hope is that we've got beans over there growing. Let them eat them. We don't want them here right now eating. Okay. Yeah, they've been in here. He's gotten them on camera a little bit, foraging. Now that it's cut, they're coming in here. You're going to have some new growth, so they're going to come in here to eat a little bit. But we really want them in that ag until they harvest that ag. You know, we've got till opening day here. We've got about 6 weeks.
6 or 7, I think.
Yeah. So we got about 6 or 7 weeks that we should start seeing some good growth here. And if it stays as dry as it has been, there's a good chance a lot of these ag fields with the beans are going to start ripening a lot earlier than what they normally would, and they're going to be forced to pick them soon. And then that'll push the deer back in here. So that's the plan, but we're going to get some seed down, and we're going to do a rain dance because there is rain coming this week. So
yes. What is triticale?
So triticale is a grain. Okay. It's kind of like an oat. Keep going. Good. Okay. So triticale is like an oat, but it's a lot sweeter, and it's really good for building your soil base. And the deer really love it. As it comes up, they'll eat it. It's nice and green. It's lush. If it takes really well, you'll get a good crop. We had it in our food plot all spring and most of the summer. Okay. But then it'll ripen, and then that's when you want to cut it down, and that's where hopefully your clover comes up and you start putting your fall plots in. So, but we're going to put this down now and keep our fingers crossed that it works out good for us. It's just not the best one for spreading. Clover is it's a perennial.
Right.
So it's going to come up every year. So once you start establishing a clover plot, it should continue to come back. You should be good for like 5 years. But we'll frost seed this in the spring, and then that will help when there's no. Because right now what's going against us is the areas where we've got a lot of foliage, where we don't have a lot of sunlight. But in the spring, we'll frost seed this. We'll put clover down. Clover is a great frost seed, and when there's nothing on there, and as that soil continues, so the cool thing with frost seeding is as that soil during the middle of the day, when the sun beats down on it, everything kind of thaws a little bit.
Right.
That soil you got that moisture, and it pulls stuff down in, and then when it freezes at night, it expands, and then when it thaws, it pulls it in more, so you get that natural bed of those little seeds and the moisture that's there, and then as this turkey season's going on, the clover starts growing.
Yeah.
And then hopefully the plan is by midsummer, you know, we've got a pretty thick clover field in here that if that's the case, all we do is we maybe come through here and like mow it once, and that allows it to get thicker.
Right.
So. Well, folks, we've got it seeded and fertilized, and we got lime down. We got a tree stand set here, and
says it's 83 degrees, but I think you can see the two of us.
It's hot and humid, and it's going to get hotter the next couple days. But there is rain coming. The hope is you don't want a heavy downpour.
Right.
You know, you want something nice.
Soak
into the ground, because this ground is rock solid. I mean, it's dry as can be. So, but we've done the homework, folks. The deer are here. The sign is here. Last week when we were in here, we saw a deer. So now we just got to keep our fingers crossed that it grows. But we're good to go. We got the reveal set up here. There's nothing more to do except wait for opening day.
Yeah, bingo.
All right, buddy. Let's do it.
Keep it wild. Keep watching. It's going to be a good season.
Yeah, it is.